Hello, everyone. This is Andy Diedrich, and welcome into our pregame show presented by Recruitlings. The wait is over, House fans. Chicago House AC, the men's team, their home opener today at Elmhurst University against Czarni Jasło. It's an exciting time to be here. As you can see, I'm down here Philside at Langhorse Field, and we hope you're sticking with us. Kickoff is just minutes away. We got the national anthem coming up, so we'll keep this short. Chicago House head coach Shannon Seymour is leading the team for his second year after taking over after Matt Poland's departure last year. This team has a mix of returning talent and newcomers that hope to top the Midwest Premier League this season. Will we see? Well, game one's just moments away here, so stick with us here on Recruitlings, folks.
Hi, my name is Brian Koenig. I am the president of Soccer 2000. We are a soccer specialty store located in Downers Grove. We specialize in servicing club uniforms and a personalized retail experience. Soccer 2000 has an exclusive team center that includes a wide variety of uniform kits to help your club choose the next kits that will make you guys look great on the field. Contact us at 630-241-9500 or find us online at soccer2000.com.
Max Heads, custom kick drum heads. Design online, upload, create, rock. If you're in a band, you need a Max Head. Did you know that you can advertise your business on our live streams? You sure can. Contact us about the numerous advertising opportunities we offer to local businesses during our sports live streams. Build brand awareness, engage customers, and support your local sports teams. Contact us for more information. Welcome to Midwest Premier League Soccer. Tonight, Chicago House AC host Chicago Czarni Jasło, live from Langhorse Field at Elmhurst University. Live stream brought to you by Recruitlings.
It's game time.
House AC's home opener against Czarni Jasło. We are just seconds away from kickoff. Both teams are taking the field and getting situated. We're going to kick back action to the field as we play our national anthem.
Please rise, if you're able, and remove your hat for the singing of the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed, yet the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, who were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, came through the night, that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Cassandra Taylor, everybody. Great job, Cassandra. House fans, please direct your attention to the center of the pitch and give a round of applause to Selvin Lopez, owner of Selvin's Outdoor Living, a proud sponsor of Chicago House, as he kicks off our ceremonial first kick. Go, Selvin! wondered why the American flag is folded into a triangle? During halftime is your chance to become part of this event, learning how to fold the flag on the pitch. Volunteers will need to be at least 12 years old. If you want to participate, signal a volunteer, they'll wear their own shirt, and walking through the stands to sign you up. If you want further instructions, the part of Chicago's history.
Welcome in, soccer fans. We're live from Elmhurst University in beautiful Elmhurst, Illinois. The skies may be gray, but the excitement of a new season beams proud on all the faces of those in attendance. My name is Andy Diedrich, and you're watching Midwest Premier League action on Recruitlings. It's the home opener for Chicago House AC as they take on Czarni Jasło. These two teams met twice last season. Chicago House reigning victorious in both. The House look to continue their dominance over the Czarni Jasło squad, but in such a young season, anything is possible. You're just moments away from kickoff, so thank you for joining us on this Saturday evening here on Recruitlings. Here's the first start, and we're off to the action. Controlling the ball first was Captain A.R. Smith of the Chicago House squad. The House adorning their green kits, matching top and bottoms with orange and black trim. Czarni Jasło across from them, all black kits, white trim on the sides. We're not giving starting lineups for either team, so I will try to call it as I see it, but right now House having quick action in the attacking third, almost put one in from the far side of the field there. And I'm also going to start the clock because that's how the sport of soccer is played. My bad.
About it. I forgot to tell them to start the clock on the computer. It's okay. It's a separate clock, yeah.
Clock is set. The ball has been tracked down. Spent some time sizing up both of these teams and how they fared in the Midwest Premier League last year. Both teams take place in the Heartland Division. There are two Heartland divisions, both these teams playing in Division 1 of 2. The visiting Czarni Jasło, they finished 5th in the Heartland Division last year, goal differential of -12. So far this season, they have losses to RWB Adria by a score of 3-2. And Green Bay Glory has defeated Czarni Jasło twice, scores of 1-0 and 2-1. On the House side, they come into this one for a third-place finish in the Midwest Premier League last year, +9 goal differential. Their only action this year was a 1-1 draw against the reigning champion RWB Adria. That was back on Sunday, May 4th, over in Northbrook, Illinois. All these teams local-ish to the Chicago and surrounding areas. Key play in that game for the House was an 80th minute equalizer from Oscar Montejano, assisted by John Makowiecki. Thanks to goalkeeper Ryan Grady for making plenty of saves. The House were able to record a point in that one. They start off this season with 1 point in the standings, hoping to make that much more in their home opener. There's Kamdar with his first action of the day. Passes to his teammate Dan LaCost. As previously mentioned, this House team has a lot of returning talent from last season. However, there's a lot of newcomers whose importance cannot be overstated. Bringing those two groups together is the job of returning head coach Shannon Seymour, who previously has playing stints with the Chicago House. Notable returners for this House squad, of course, captain number 14, A.R. Smith, the 5'11", 175-pound Chicago native, played his college ball at Butler. Truly embodies the soul of this House Athletic Club squad. Another returner on this team is number 10, Kikis Avalos. He led the Midwest Premier League Heartland Division in goals scored last season with 8. He stands at 5'7", weighs 151 pounds. He previously has experience playing at UIC and St. Xavier. A lot of different backgrounds for this house squad. Bringing them all together is the challenge. We'll see what they can do as they threaten the attacking third. Pass into Smith. He shoots and scores! 5th-minute goal, just as we said his name, A.R. Smith, with an emphatic cartwheel and backflip. The Chicago House AC lead Czarni Jasło by a score of 1-0.
Less than 5 minutes off the clock. Chicago House 1. Czarni 0.
The announcement makes official what we already know to be true. That goal scored by A.R. Smith, who is quite the acrobat as he is a soccer player as well. Pass appeared to be fed into him by his teammate and fellow returning player, number 9, Nico Williams. 2 fan favorites getting in on the action early. Chicago House will play this one from in front. Czarni's first chance in their attacking third, and Grady sends it out. Man between the pipes for the House is Ryan Grady, as previously mentioned, 6'3", 185 pounds. Chicago native, played his ball at Middlebury College. A Deerfield High School graduate. He's a 4-year starter at Middlebury and his Conference Defensive Player of the Year in his final season. Another pass into the box gets deflected by Czarni. House will reset and re-advise. Getting some touches is Jhon Alzate. Centering pass. Czarni picks it up. Pinballing around in that area in the middle of the field. A whole lot of action so far as we approach the end of the 7th minute of action. Of course, if you're just joining us, welcome in. House started this one early. Captain A.R. Smith set one the upper 90 in the 5th minute. Steal a tap now. Nico Williams has it right side. Sizing it up, shoots, and he scores! 2 shots, 2 goals for Chicago House. This time, it's Nico Williams who will take his lap around the field to celebrate with his teammates. Chicago House making a statement against this division rival in Czarni Jasło. They lead 2-0, 8 minutes in. Well, head coach Shannon Seymour mentioned how important it was for House to find their groove in that second half against Adria. They eventually equalized it and came out with a tie. And I believe that groove is what they've found. 2 goals within the first 8 minutes of action for the House. This hope opener is on pace to be a fun one for the House fans in attendance. Near midfield, there's Pau Chacon, yet another returner.
Behind the stands, there are games and giveaways for the kids. The rocks, the smash, at the house fast. Don't forget to stop by.
Middle of the field, Austin Montejano. We get a whistle blown. And And once the ball is tracked down all the way on the far side of the field, oh, there's the second ball. Free kick for House, first one of the day. Alzate slides, successful tackle. Goes right to a Czarni defender. Off the chest of the House. Czarni possesses. Don't have a ton of information available on this Czarni Jasło squad. You know they've been a fixture in the Midwest Premier League, especially in the Heartland Division for a couple seasons now. This is not the first time they've played the House, nor will it be the final time. When it comes to upcoming matches for the House, they travel to Green Bay to play the Green Bay Glory next Sunday, May 25th. Next time we're going to be back home. We're going to pause that time as we get a shot, and another score from the House. Right at the 10-minute mark, and this one is getting out of hand real early.
Number 10, Ricardo Avalos.
Seems like every single name we're calling seems to want to get on the board after hearing their name. Kikis Avalos, leading goal scorer in this Heartland Division last year. That's just his name in this scorebook. A 10th minute goal, did it all by himself. House leads 3-0. So the three names I had as the most notable returning players for the Chicago House squad are all on the board in the first 10 minutes. A.R. Smith, followed by Nico Williams. Kikis Avalos, making it a trio of goals, as we're not even halfway through the first 45 minutes. Williams has it up ahead. Chasing it down is Kamdar. Kamdar will now throw it in. Kamdar's new to the Chicago House Athletic Club. The Chicago native attends DePaul University, pursuing his degree in sports business, and is slated to graduate in June. A man of many talents. Czarni team really getting only one or two balls across the midfield line so far, and this one's going to be no different. Czarni's definitely a very hungry team, still looking for their first win of the year after 3 games of play. Seems though that the House really want to make a show in front of their home fans in this home opener. Czarni finally possesses. We'll take a look at their roster. In goal is Aaron Corey. Tough showing for him so far, and the defense. A lot of game left for Czarni to get back into it. Controlling there, Jaret Reveles. Joining Duenas in that back part of the field currently. Number 7, Santos Contreras. And possessing the ball on that far side of your screen, Alan Jacinto. Before we had our third goal of the day earlier, I was mentioning that next time Chicago House will be here at Langhorse Field for a home game. That comes up on June 8th. It's DeKalb County United right here in beautiful Elmhurst, Illinois. And if that's too long for you, you're in luck. The women's team will open up their season here tomorrow against Bavarian United, their first look at the 2025 season. It'll also be broadcast right here on the Recruitlings YouTube channel. It may or may not be me talking to you on the mic tomorrow, so soak it in while you can, fans. Booted downfield, attempting to receive that one for Czarni was number 9, Pablo Mancha. Still unable to get any real opportunity. It seems like the House defense swarms any opportunity. And Czarni's got the ball over the midfield line. You combine that with their seemingly good chemistry, as we've seen all 3 of the key returning players score. Makes a recipe for what has the early signs of a blowout. A lot more soccer left. We're in the 15th minute here at Langhorse Field. Back to Grady. He'll size up the defense. Crossed over to LaCost. He'll make a move. Sends it into the evening Chicago sky. A bit out of reach for the approaching Nico Williams. Back and forth action. Czarni gets it across. Fight right at the goal line. Play is stopped and possession sticks with Czarni. This is an interesting time to be a part of the Heartland Division in the Midwest Premier League. 2 teams getting promoted from Division II to Division I this past season. Green Bay Glory, who the House will face up against next, and AFC Roscoe. Green Bay Glory, of course, based in Green Bay, Wisconsin. AFC Roscoe, yet another Chicago franchise. Other games going on today in this Heartland Division I. Bavarian at AFC Roscoe kicked off earlier, as did RWB Adria at those Green Bay Glory. Another chance in here for the House. Nico Williams took his time there. Flag goes up. He was offside.
Offside's House.
Offside is never a good sign for a team, but I think it just shows how much pressure this House team is putting on Czarni Jasło. Up 3 goals, and their aggression remains on a 10. Czarni just cannot complete a pass right now. Sign of good sportsmanship. Nico Williams, pick up your fellow man. Pass it on. For those of you just joining us, 3-goal lead for House early in this one. All goals came in the first 10 minutes. A.R. Smith, the captain, who well split him to start off the scoring. Second goal went to the leading goal getter last year in this division, Kikis Avalos. And rounding out the 3, another veteran of the House squad, Nico Williams. It's certainly not the first goal each of those gentlemen has scored for this team, and it will not be the last, almost certainly. Waddington controls. Wanted to play some give and go for a second, shaking his defender. It's Oscar Montejano unable to keep it in. Far side of the field. Tackle came in late at the end there. Booted it up ahead. No one's home for Czarni. Back in the House's possession. It's not only a majority, but an overwhelming majority of this game has been played on the House's offensive side, their attacking side. And that's precisely what Shannon Seymour and team want to see out of those 11 men on the pitch. Fed in, did he stay onside? Can't get there. Keeper flings it out. We'll get a stoppage in play and see what the referee has for us.
Offsides house.
"20 minutes into this one, the only damage on the scoreboard are those 3 House goals in those first 10 minutes. A lot of back and forth action so far. House still controlling, but right now, that is all she wrote. Well done by Kamdar, receiving that off the chest, and back to Mr. Dan LaCost. Grady's all the way 25 yards out from his goal. Has a lot of trust in his defense to complete these passes and not commit a turnover, despite Czarni's threat to score. Kamdar sees Williams. Kamdar splits the defense, takes a dive, and he will get that call. Two Czarni defenders in number 9, Pablo Mancha, and number 12, Augustin Chavez Jr. Closed in on Kamdar, the new coming forward to this House team. Now flanking the ball for this free kick, Jhon Alzate is joined by Pau Chacon. Alzate will send it in, goes to the net, Aaron Smith! Saved by the keeper right at the line. Impressive stuff. Aaron Smith had a lot of room right in front of the goalie in that box. I have to give credit to the beautiful feed from Alzate. And Aaron Smith out for blood, looking for his second goal in these first 23 minutes or so. And nearly had it. An impressive play, though, for the man in net for Czarni. It's Aaron Corey. Czarni unable to reverse. It's back to the House. Already past midfield. Smith. Out to Montejano. Back to Smith. Right side looking to feed. Finds Williams. Pass was intercepted. Now Czarni clears it and will possess. Spoke too soon. House back with it. Give and go action. Threading on that left wing. Corey will run out. Scoop that one up. Mitigate damage. And we're back at it. Feet up ahead. Czarni has something here. Referee stops play. Man down for Czarni. Does make it to his feet. There's one good foot, I suppose. Looks like he shaked it off. That's number 4, David Peters for Czarni, who will be the first to touch after roll from Corey. Seems that no passing lane is open for the visiting Czarni Jasło. The house covering everything up, turning any sort of Czarni advancement into a chance of their own. Near side, Montejano. Kamdar. Him and Smith just a beat off there. It's to Czarni's benefit. Again, these teams met twice last season. Both games were won by the house, scores of 1-0 and 4-3. And for longtime house fans, if you joined us here on Recruitlings for that first game, that 1-0 victory, it was an absolute downpour last June. Game was played at DePaul College Prep, and despite all the blood, sweat, and tears out on the pitch, we were treated to a 1-0 barn burner. Quite the spectacle if you got to tune into that one. The lone goal scorer in that game, who else? We've mentioned his name so many times, and he's already on the board here. Kikis Avalos. Got to know where number 10's at on the pitch if you're playing this house squad. Czarni's content hanging back on their defensive pressure. Perhaps trying to slow this frenetic house offense that we've seen thus far. Could argue it is working. No goals in the past 15 minutes or so. And that might change here. Nico Williams up in center. Gets to the goal line. Hesitates. Defense surrounds him and will claim it back for Czarni. Into Williams again. Left foot. Saved by the keeper. We're going to have a corner that the Chicago house will send in from the far side. Corey's had a couple real nice saves here for the visiting Czarni Jasło. This game could get out of hand quick if he does not get in the way of some of these shots. Alzate, who sent in that free kick that A.R. Smith almost got his second goal of the day on, stands in the corner. Sends one in swinging far side. Headed and received by Corey. He'll run out looking to get this offense some sort of jump start. And now has to pause. Montejano past the referee and the defender. Avalos wanted it. Got a little too handsy there. Play stops, and we're going to get two substitutions coming in for Czarni.
Substitutions, number 23, Diego Aplicado.
Oh, my bad.
And number 6, Eduardo Carrillo.
Entering the pitch for Czarni, Diego Aplicano, number 23, and number 6, Eduardo Carrillo.
Will be leaving the pitch.
Nearly 28 minutes into this, Czarni with the first substitutions of the game, hoping those fresh legs can put some sort of offense on the board as we head towards the end of this first half. Far side house, sending it in Montejano. Back out to Alzate. Feeds Kamdar near side. Takes his defender one-on-one towards the baseline. Cannot survive the defense of Czarni. They're out and running on this near side. Up ahead, surrounded by defenders. House steal it back. Maybe a bit too fast coming in there was Oscar Montejano, that lone goal scorer in that 1-1 tie against the defending champions in Adria. running up ahead. House snuff out that real quick. Is the duo of, that is Chacon and LaCost. A bit too aggressive on the slide. There's LaCost. He's shaken up, as is the Czarni attacking player. Down in the field right now is number 23, Diego Aplicano, who just entered the game. So the referee did blow the whistle there. We're going to get a free kick. First real chance for Czarni to put something on the board here.
Yellow. House. Number 30. Dan LaCost.
The PA announcer confirms yellow card against Dan LaCost. First card of the day for either team. And what can Czarni do with this near side? Just outside the 18-yard box. Taking aim, firing in. Great save by Grady. At least got his hand on it. And since it hit out, we're going to get a corner for Czarni now. This is by far the best couple opportunities they've had. Looking to make the most of it. And setting the ball down again, and once again taking aim. That is in swinging a bit too far. Headed in, saved by Grady off the top post. Sent back out. Ryan Grady getting tested here after not seeing much action at all. He has stood up to the test. So we went free kick, corner near side, corner far side.
There's a yellow button and a red button on the stream deck. It's okay.
Sent in, headed way up in the air. If we were playing American football, it's 3 points. Great defensive stand by House there. Credit to Ryan Grady, his second game this year. Had a lot of clutch saves against Adria. Right now, rocking the clean sheet over a half hour into this one.
Coming in for House. Number 6, David Abidor. Number 18, Jordan One. And number 33, Bryan Villa. Number 4, number 9, number 25. 29 Earl.
3 substitutions for Chicago House. Czarni now with some significant time with the ball in their attacking half of the field. Now moving up to the third. Fed in left side. Off the left foot. LaCost is there, right back. And playing it out for the third corner in seemingly as many minutes. Czarni with another chance yet again. They have their go-to corner kicker. There's Agustin Chavez Jr. who will fire it in once again. In swinging ball. Heads to the middle. Grady hops out. Able to stop it. Czarni's got it though. Left side back to Chavez. He'll go far side. Goes for glory. Saved by Ryan Grady. Looks pretty dapper in that orange top and bottom he's got, and he's playing like it too. Had to use all of his 6'3" frame to make that save. Couple highlight reel stops from Grady here. Remember, we have another man down for Czarni. Gonna get the trainers out there to take a look at that one. Seemed like when that ball was sent in far side, there's 2 Czarni guys taking an aim at it. The trainers check on the Czarni players, make sure they're okay. Now's as good a time as ever to talk about the favorite burger joint of Chicago House AC. Elmhurst's very own Hamburger Heaven, a proud Jersey sponsor of the Chicago House, has been serving their original double-decker hamburger and Richardson's Draft Root Beer since 1948. For customers of any age, funny things happen when you come to Hamburger Heaven. The nostalgic memories of times gone by rush back as you walk up to this old-school diner at York Road and North Avenue right here in Elmhurst. Voted the best neighborhood favorite restaurant for years, Hamburger Heaven has been featured in newspapers, magazines, and local TV shows. Stop by Hamburger Heaven and enjoy great food, award-winning root beer, and create memories that will last for a lifetime. One more corner for Czarni. They get ahead on it, bit too high. House will control. They weather the storm of that couple different free kick and corner kick chances that Czarni finally got on their side of the field. Kamdar back to LaCost. LaCost been integral in stopping the few Czarni chances we've had. Call goes against Czarni this time. Kamdar's fallen down a few times today. He's gotten the call every time. Physicality might be the way Czarni chooses to try and recapture some sort of momentum in this one. Minutes counting down in the first half, though. That pass a bit out in front of Kamdar. Dan LaCost laughs as he knows he'd like to have that one back. LaCost retreats back to Grady. He's got to get rid of it and does. Big boot to midfield. House now have flipped the field on their opponents. And Czarni's going to gain possession right back, it appears, and they do. Some of the other Midwest Premier League action games today, we mentioned before, Bavarian United at AFC Roscoe. Winning that one by a score of 3-1 was the newcoming team to this Heartland division in Roscoe. RWB Adria, the returning champions, took on another newcoming team, the Green Bay Glory, up in Wisconsin. A 3-3 tie, the result there. House with a chance to take charge in these Midwest Premier League standings with a win in this one. And this is certainly the start they could ask for, if not the best one. A.R. Smith threatening. Czarni narrowly avoiding disaster there. A.R. Smith almost got that ball in the open field. The House do gain it back. Passing midfield and booting it in. Like we mentioned previously, Czarni is attempting to get by with their usual passing lanes. As you saw, that ball went off the foot of number 3, Alan Jacinto. He had a man charging into the box. Could have gone one-on-one with Grady if he got ahead on it. The defense of the house is still remaining firm. They are anticipating these passes before they're made and getting in the way of it to their benefit.
Behind the stands and house fast.
Taking aim, blocked by the house defense. Racing after it to get a tackle on it. Boot that one out of bounds. Just about 40 minutes in, House still lead 3-0. And Czarni get one in the back of the net before we head to the locker room. Their offense looked a lot better than it did in the first 15 or 20 minutes. Still though, and number by their name on the scoreboard, still reflects a 0. Left side fed into the box, blocked by LaCost. Grady dives to make a save that I don't believe he necessarily had to make.
Offside.
We have an offside call on this near side of the field. Left-footed kick, find its way to A.R. Smith. Play some give and go with Kiki Avalos. LaCost. Another pass just a bit out in front of Jasper Waddington, one of the new subs entering the game. We've called LaCost's name a lot. Dan LaCost, number 30 for this house, a returning player. 6'2", 175 pounds, Chicago native, played his ball at Aurora College. A key fixture of the back set of guys on this house squad. Definitely had his foot on the ball numerous times today. We'll see what else LaCost and the house defense can do to preserve Ryan Grady's shutout. This time it's Czarni's turn to make some more substitutions. Entering the game, number 19, Fatos Redzepi, and number 14, Michael McInnes. Some more fresh legs for Czarni as we are in the 43rd minute. So at least 3 minutes left in this first half. We will await to see what the referee wants to do for stoppage time. Far touchline, there's Smith. Retreating a little bit. Czarni pressuring. House stay cool and collected. Left-footed kick to Avalos. Wanted to get it back to Smith. Past the halfway into the flank. Czarni feeds. Moving to his left, kicking it through. Deflection. Pinballs to Smith. Who gets it to Grady. Floats one to midfield. Waddington wanted it. Stayed down. Back in the hands of Czarni. Can you say back in the hands of? They play with their feet? I guess it's just an expression. Collision here on this left flank right outside the box. Don't know if Czarni got the call. I believe the referee signaled it's in the possession of the house. But another Czarni player going down, third time this game. He makes it to his feet. Hoping he's okay. That's Number 7 for Czarni, Santos Contreras. He's been in this entire time as we approach the 45-minute mark in this first half.
There's an extra time button on the stream. Okay. Extra time button. Okay. Thank you.
Smith and Kamdar box out. House are being threatened a lot more now than they were earlier in this one, looking to escape the first half with their 3-0 lead.
We're now into additional time. We're waiting a signal from the fourth official in terms of how much will be added on.
And we receive the signal. 2 minutes will be the extra stoppage time in this first half. The House now finally back on attack, and they put one more on the board and increase their lead to 4 goals, a commanding 4-0 lead. Not that 3-0's not already commanding. They stay aggressive, though. Back in their attacking third, far side on the wing. House get it back. Juggling. Avalos, left side. Kamdar sends it in. Far post. Smith and Avalos chased after it. A smidge out of reach. And we will get a goal kick for the visiting Czarni Jasło.
Thank you.
Alzate off to the races. Left-footed boots intercepted. Waddington back out to Chacon. Inside in the box. Play is halted, though, for an offside call. Most likely the House's last opportunity to get one more on the board in this first half. And the same was said for Czarni Jasło as the whistle blows. 45 minutes into this one. The Chicago House with 3 goals in their first 10 minutes, and that is all we have so far. They lead Czarni Jasło by a score of 3-0.
Hi, my name is Bryan Koenig. I am the president of Soccer 2000. We are a soccer specialty store located in Downers Grove. We specialize in servicing club uniforms and a personalized retail experience. Soccer 2000 has an exclusive team center that includes a wide variety of uniform kits to help your club choose the next kit that will make you guys look great on the field. Contact us at 630-241-9500 or find us online at soccer2000.com.
Max Heads, custom kick drum heads. Design online, upload, create, rock. If you're in a band, you need a Max Head. Did you know that you can advertise your business on our live streams? You sure can. Contact us about the numerous advertising opportunities we offer to local businesses during our sports live streams. Build brand awareness, engage customers, and support your local sports teams. Contact us for more information.
Welcome back up to the broadcast booth, everybody. My name is Andy Diedrich, and you're watching Midwest Premier Soccer on Recruitlings. It's been quite the match so far. Everything's coming up Chicago House. The first 10 minutes, we saw 3 goals to lead off their home opener against Czarni Jasło. And right now, the score still sits at 3-0. Starting off the scoring, captain and returning player, A.R. Smith. He got a nice cross into the box and did the rest. Following that up was Nico Williams. Finished 5th in the amount of goals scored in the Midwest Premier League last season. And third, another returner, another goal scorer. He led the goal scoring in the Heartland Division last year, Kikis Avalos. After that, though, it's been a stalemate. Those 3 goals have dictated the entire pace and action of this game so far. Czarni's trying to get back into it by putting some pressure on offense, which they have not been able to do previously, at least early in the first 10 minutes or so. And that's where we sit right now, 3-0. Couple of the big things to watch out for. Of course, the Chicago House are with 3 goals on the board. They are continuing to be aggressive. They're racking up a couple offside calls and had a couple more looks at the net if it wasn't for Aaron Corey's couple acrobatic saves that he had earlier in the first half. On the flip side, Czarni's finally threatening, getting chances in the attacking third. They had a possession where it was 3 or 4 straight free or goal kicks. A couple looks at the net. Ryan Grady's prowess is the one stopping this from getting any more out of hand for Czarni Jasło. With all that being said, we got 45 more minutes of soccer. Right now, everything's coming up Chicago House. They lead by a score of 3-0. Stick with us here in Recruitlings, folks. We'll be back in a second.
Hi, my name is Brian Koenig. I am the president of Soccer 2000. We are a soccer specialty store located in Downers Grove. We specialize in servicing club uniforms and a personalized retail experience. Soccer 2000 has an exclusive team center that includes a wide variety of uniform kits to help your club choose the next kits that will make you guys look great on the field. Contact us at 630-241-9500 or find us online at soccer2000.com.
Max Heads, custom kick drum heads. Design online, upload, create, rock. If you're in a band, you need a Max Head. Did you know that you can advertise your business on our live streams? You sure can. Contact us about the numerous advertising opportunities we offer to local businesses during our sports live streams. Build brand awareness, engage customers, and support your local sports teams. Contact us for more information.
Welcome back to Langhorse Field in Elmhurst, Illinois. We've seen 45 minutes of action, and we're about to see 45 more. The story so far is this Chicago House team. Their home opener is going swimmingly in front of their home fans. 3 goals in the first 10 minutes by 3 of their most important returning players in Captain A.R. Smith, Nico Williams, and Kikis Avalos. Has them up sitting pretty right now with a 3-goal lead. Czarni Jasło is still searching for their first win of the year. This is their 4th game of play. It's momentum swinging their direction in the final minutes of the first half. Still no goal on the board. They'll control the ball first here in this second half. Maybe we'll start the second half. Whistle blows, there we go. 45 more minutes of action coming to you right here on Recruitlings. Again, doing a bit more of a recap of that first half. The House came out swinging, quite literally with their feet and everything else. Ryan Grady, their goalkeeper, hasn't seen a ton of action because the offense has been so prolific. Those 3 goal scorers I mentioned earlier, when you add in the goal in their previous match against Adria from Oscar Montejano, that is 4 goals this season for the House by 4 different goal scorers. They're using this mix of new talent and returning stars to their advantage right now. Very versatile attack in these first game and a half, we'll call it. If they can hold on to this one, it would be big for an early standing in the Midwest Premier League Heartland Division. House just a beat off there. Eager to see if the dynamic that we saw for the last 15 or so minutes in the first half continues on in this second period. There was a shift in the House controlling a majority of this match, almost entirely in their attacking third. And at about the 30th minute mark, Czarni was the one on the offensive. Numerous free kick and corner kick chances that either missed just wide or required an acrobatic save from the ever-present Ryan Grady. Grady's been well supported by the defense in front of him. Dan LaCost, the head leader of that unit, wearing number 30 for the team in green. Goalie was out of the box there for a second for the House. Well, there was enough disarray caused that Czarni regains possession. Floated to midfield by Corey. Bounce off the head of LaCoste. Call goes against the House. They don't agree with it. Czarni probably does. Booted far side. This time it's Waddington, subbed in halfway through the first. The back and forth action we're seeing, given the House's 3-goal lead, is definitely supporting them. Plays to their benefit. More time off the clock and less time for Czarni to have a good look at the net. Pass near side intercepted. Controlled. And now dished off to Smith. Making this possession happen with that steal, Austin Montejano. Austin's a name we've called a couple times today. Another Chicago native. Has played college soccer at Concordia and Dominican previously. Attended Zion Benton High School, played soccer there. Air Smith in the box. Passes right in front of him. Corey collects. And scary moment for Czarni. 4 goals. If 3 goals wasn't enough, a 4-goal deficit might have just put them out of this one. With a little over 40 minutes to go. They remain undeterred. Control possession again. Avalos fakes, gets back to Alzate. Czarni, of course, 0-3 to start the season, as previously mentioned. They're hungry for some sort of point on the scoreboard in their 4th game of play, but Nico Williams might have something to say about that. He falls down near the box, and he will get the call. The referee will mark where that is, just outside of that 18-foot area, middle of the field. If we're playing football, it's about the 17-yard line. Looking at the replay, hard to see if that indeed was some sort of infraction, but the veteran Nico Williams showing his gamesmanship there, taking the dive, getting the call, and now the House have a chance to extend their lead to 4 goals. Czarni players gather together in a scrum. Kikis Avalos looks to be the one to take aim here. Whistle blows. Avalos up and over. Off the crossbar. I don't think it was off the crossbar of the soccer goal. Rather, the American football goal behind it. Czarni takes a deep breath, tries to settle back in their offense. As we are halfway through the 52nd minute of play. Skied into the beautiful Chicago sunset here. What's left of it, at least. Picked off a running was Pau Chacon. He's able to keep it in past the touchline. Having the speed to track it down was Marcin Chieta. That ball was too fast even for him. Czarni with a chance. Fed into the middle, skied way above the net. And it's back in the hands of the House. Seemed to be their first good-looking chance at the net in this second half. A much different start to this set of 45 minutes than we saw in the first half, of course. Dangerous pass is intercepted. Grady didn't get it all the way over in time. And now Chieta's got a chance right outside the box, feeds it in, looking on the wings, play is stopped. And a bit too eager on that chance there. Czarni was offside. The result holds. The House will opened their season with a 1-0-1 record and a win against their rivals in Czarni Jasło. Next time these two teams meet won't be till the end of the year, August 2nd of this season, the final game of the year for this house squad. Czarni plays their home games in Bensenville, Illinois. So it should be a much different attitude and feeling of both of these squads heading into that final game of the regular season. Speaking of the Midwest Premier League Heartland Division, let's go ahead and give you an update on the Heartland Division 1 standings, brought to you by Hamburger Heaven. Entering today, topping the charts for the Heartland Division was the returning champions, RWB Adria Chicago. They were followed by the Green Bay Glory in second. This Chicago house team takes up the 3 spots. And rounding out the rest of the 7-team division, Bavarian United, DeKalb County United, AFC Roscoe, and this Czarni Jasło team. Of course, those standings were as of entering today. Wins by Green Bay Glory and Bavarian United SC certainly do shake those up. If the house can secure this victory here, certainly bodes well for their standing in the standings. See what I did there?
Green Bay on May 25th. Kickoff is at 6 p.m. Next home game won't be for another couple of weeks. June 8th, 7
Czarni fires it in right at the goal. Grady couldn't get full possession of it. Was able to bat it out, and it was cleared about halfway there. A.R. Smith now does a full clear. A moon shot to the far side of the field. Return to sender. Alzate to Avalos, back to Alzate on that left wing. Feeds it in, charging in was Nico Williams, just past him. Corey collects, they're out and running is the Czarni Jasło. Pretty set of moves, there's Waddington.
Kickoff at 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Kamdar, haven't called his name in a while. Slices, dices. Nico Williams is met by heavy defense. He takes a dive. He's helped up by the opponent. Nico Williams a couple times getting a bit more than a nudge right outside of the penalty area. So for the second time this half, Chicago House a chance to extend their lead with a free kick. This one from about, call it 25 yards out.
Kikis. There's an S on there.
It's once again Kikis Avalos.
Believe it or not.
In the immediate presence of where this free kick will be booted from.
Some people, it's not like Illinois. He doesn't live in Kiki. It's Kikis.
Avalos approaches, lofts it in. Too high. And waiting on the sidelines, now entering. The next substitution for the Chicago House Athletic Club, number 23, Aaron Moreno.
Aaron Moreno, number 23, enters for House.
Subbing off there for the House as Moreno entered is Pau Chacon. Chacon, no goals in the net. Still quite the game, though, getting in the way of these passing lanes and setting up his teammates. Speaking of teammates, Kikis Avalos deflected, but took aim, wanted to go far post there, and had a chance at that ball swung in enough. Czarni defense forces a corner kick, far side of the field. the go-to corner kick man for the house. Alzate will take this corner to the left of Corey's net. Outswinging ball goes long. Kamdar pauses, size up the defense, sends it in, headed into LaCost. Not enough juice in that ball. Corey's able to step in. And again, he wants to get up, out and running. He knows time is of the essence. Czarni's offense just not able to set up in time. He smashes one down opposite side. Bodies flying, whistles blowing, house will possess. Just over an hour into the first home game for Chicago House Athletic Club men's team. They're making quite the statement against Czarni Jasło. 3-0 lead, all 3 goals coming early. Goal number 4 could be scored. A.R. Smith here, controlling, left foot. Corey's got it. Great anticipation to head to that side of the net, helped out by his defense there. Corey is really insistent on getting out and running if they can maintain possession. Ball's past the touchline, nearly into the stands. Stays with Czarni. Chucked in, House first to touch. Great fake reception. Grady wants an offside's not going to get it. Right side flanking, looking for Granado to go in. Grady with a left-handed save, pounces on it. What a display of athleticism from Ryan Grady. Hasn't been tested many times today, but he has passed every single time ball's been sent his way. Czarni had a brilliant opportunity there, set up by that fake pass reception, near side about 30 yards out. Ball was fed in from that right flank area. Ryan Grady just seemingly has the pulse on where these Czarni athletes are sending in these balls. Grady steps out to lend a helping foot. The analogies just don't work if you change the hand to foot thing. I think I'm going to stop doing that. Nice set of moves from Montejano to Smith. Avalos. The House seemingly realizing that this game is still going to be won by them if they don't score another one, are in no rush to push this ball down the pitch. Of course, it would be hard to maintain that blistering pace they showed in the first 10 minutes. They're trying their best here. Potentially an opportunity to get another one, though. A yellow card assessed against Czarni Jasło.
Yes.
The offender, number 7, Santos Contreras, pleading his case to
Yellow, number 7.
the referee. Referee hearing no such pleas. So we'll get another free kick chance. It'll be Alzate taking aim. In the box looking to receive the pass. Nico Williams, Kiki Savalos, A.R. Smith are joined by Dan LaCost and Oscar Montejano. Alzate fires. Czarni first to touch. Can't quite get it out. Kiki's shot took a hit. Wanted a call. Referee says play on. Alzate made that kick right past the touchline. Still seems like the House are just getting to a majority of those so-called 50-50 balls. They're in the passing lanes. They're everywhere where you don't want them to be if you're an opponent trying to score. Bouncing in, Nico up ahead to AR. Does stay onside, but couldn't fully possess it. Running after it, ball had a bit too much sauce on it. And a Ryan Grady goal kick will ensue. Well, hey, if you are pumped that Chicago House Soccer is back and you can't get enough of it tonight, good news. The women will kick off right here at Langhorse Field tomorrow at 3 p.m. against their opponents in Bavarian United. The women will follow that game up with a trip to Green Bay on May 25th to play the Green Bay Glory. And then another trip to Milwaukee, or to Wisconsin, rather, to go to Milwaukee. You guys knew what I meant, dang it. They're playing Milwaukee City AFC June 1st. The next time the ladies will be here in Elmhurst, it's not until game number 5 against the Milwaukee Torrent. It'll be June 8th, 2025. I don't know why I said the year, it just felt right. Czarni boots it out of harm's way as we are approaching the 68th minute here. We've had all of our action those first 10 minutes, 3 different goal scorers for House. And the stat sheet has remained pretty clean since then. Card went against each team. Not necessarily a super physical match. The House are certainly dictating how they want this game to be played pace-wise. Picked off and controlling. That was Waddington with a look at it. Avalos got one in this one, wants to make it 2. Gets it to another goal scorer in this game, Williams. Sends the cross in, streaking there is a House player. He can't get it inside the post. That's Oscar Montejano. One-on-one chance here for Czarni, right side, shooting, blocking is Grady. Rebound opportunity, blocked by the defense one more time. It looked for a second that the House stayed firm, but by the referee signal, they might have got a hand on that one. And indeed that is the case. We're gonna get a penalty kick for Czarni Jasło, a chance to cut the deficit to 2. If this ball gets by the presence of Ryan Grady.
Penalty kick.
Eduardo Carrillo of Czarni gets the nod for this penalty kick. Ryan Grady only lit up 1 goal last game against RWB Adria, has a clean sheet here. Let's see if that changes.
Yes.
Carrillo charges. Off the crossbar. Bounces all the way out to the house, and they're back and running. So the House survived the penalty kick off of a handball. And Czarni's best looking possession of the night still comes up empty. It's not that Czarni's taken bad shots. They've gotten good looks just on breakout opportunities, corner kicks, free kicks, and they were given a penalty kick there. Still nothing getting past Ryan Grady. Of course, has the crossbar to thank for that one. Smith didn't grab it clearly. Tries to get in there for a tackle. Czarni slicing up the middle. Now out to the right flank. The 10-yard mark. Throwing the moves on. And a steal was made, and a body falls, and the call is made. So Czarni, who's been unable to generate offense all night, are going to get another free kick chance to turn the tides when it comes to that offensive output.
Just a free kick. Number 11 taking the kick.
Czarni players crowd the box. House defenders are there to meet them. This time it's number 11, Eduardo Gomez, getting his foot on it. He'll send it in. Far side. Hits nothing except the hand of a Czarni player. Possession turns to the House. Waddington and LaCost back on defense. They're going to play a game of catch. We talked about LaCost. Let's talk about Jasper Waddington. Stands at 6'1", another Chicago native. Attended St. Thomas, played some college ball there. In his high school days, we're at Marian Catholic out in Crete, Illinois. Big collision here. Players of both teams down. For the House, that is Captain A.R. Smith.
Hold on. Looking for his number.
Take a look back and see exactly how that happened. That ball was sent up after being booted from the goal. After bouncing around, it just looked like Smith and his opponent of Czarni, and his number 16, Zachary Gamster. Just kind of wrong place, wrong time when they both collided in an attempt to take back possession. And the result there is actually a yellow against A.R. Smith. Both players back on their feet. A.R. now pleading his case. Luckily, the yellow occurred so far from the goal. It's a free kick and, of course, Czarni's ball. But the damage has been mitigated. Gamster, big kick. Bounces. Players, both teams chasing after it and letting it trickle out past the goal line. I believe it's Jasper Waddington. Really got to get a pair of binoculars up here. Two more substitutions for Chicago House Athletic Club.
Out.
Max Ibarra and Bryan Villa enter the game for House.
Hey, I don't know.
The House perhaps content with where they're sitting at here in the 75th minute with a 3-0 lead. Subbing out of the game, Kiki Avalos and Nico Williams both scored goals today. Are the usual suspects when it comes to goal scoring for the Chicago House team. Their days are done, but they put some good work out in the field. And barring a huge comeback from Czarni, Chicago House will get their first win on the season. Sent into the middle. Kamdar got his head on it. Now A.R. Smith with a lot of real estate in front of him. Left wanted to cross it over. Czarni saw the passing lane, intercepted. Montejano getting a little physical with two Czarni defenders. The House retained possession. Middle of the field, Alzate. Ball goes back to Alzate, past him. Alzate maybe sliding in a bit too hard there. Pass sent down. Wanted to get to the corner in that wing area, but no one was home for Czarni. They're going to get two more substitutions here for the last 15 or so minutes of this one. Ball's thrown in, up and around. The referee perhaps taking exception to something A.R. Smith said, commanding him to come over and have a conversation with them. They exchanged pleasantries. Or something of the sort. Both men walk away. Don't know what they solved there. We play on the 78th minute. House still lead 3-0. House rotating the ball well here in the back half of the field. Waddington through to Montejano. He goes toe-to-toe with the defender and can't keep his possession. Ball's all the way back in the hands of Corey. Czarni seemingly sending these balls down, hoping a teammate can possess it, but balls keep trickling into no man's land. That lets the House chew up even more clock. Big boot right side of midfield. With that stoppage, it looks like we will finally get those two substitutions coming in for the visiting Czarni Jasło squad. Numbers 9 and 14 will be entering the pitch. Number 9, Pablo Mancha, and number 14, Michael McInnes. We're around the 80th minute mark, so we'll see if those newfound presences on the field can give Czarni something to gain out of this one and at least increase their goal differential on the young season. Easy call there for the referee. A bit too much of a kick to the leg from Dan LaCost. Referee once again having some words with some Chicago House players.
Nope.
We're still going to play on here. Left side up in the air. Alzate gets his right foot on it, heading back at Czarni's direction. Hitting that one out of the air and almost over to whatever academic building that is over there. Ball's back in the hands of the House. Pass just past the face of Montejano. Look, seems like he really wanted that, and a lot of space in that left side if he received it. Possession back to Czarni, and if you've worked up an appetite watching the Chicago House AC game, I know I have, I highly recommend Elmhurst's very own Hamburger Heaven. They're a proud Jersey sponsor of the Chicago House and have been serving their original double-decker hamburger and Richardson's draft root beer since 1948. For customers of any age, funny things happen when you come to Hamburger Heaven. The nostalgic memories of times gone by rush back as you walk up to this old-school diner at York Road and North Avenue right here in Elmhurst. Voted the best neighborhood favorite restaurant for years, Hamburger Heaven has been featured in newspapers, magazines, and local TV shows. Stop on by Hamburger Heaven and enjoy great food, award-winning root beer, and create memories that will last for a lifetime. You know, that ad read made me a little hungry too, now that I'm thinking about it, yeah. Why not go to Hamburger Heaven, Elmhurst's very own? I might be there after this.
Don't say that.
A.R. Smith controlling.
Well, tonight's your opportunity.
Him and Alzate will assess the defense. Back over to Montejano. A.R. Smith falls. The call's made. I think the House want a yellow assessed there. Shannon Seymour, head coach of the House, is going to get an explanation from the referee. Him and the entire House bench definitely wanted some sort of card to be brought out against that Czarni Jasło player. As that conversation is going on, 2 final substitutions for House. They have cleared their bench. The defender, who's made his name and gotten in the way of a lot of soccer balls sent his way. Dan LaCost takes a break, embraces his coach. And we're going to finish out the final couple minutes of Game 2 for the Chicago House AC. We will resume play after that scintillating conversation between Coach Seymour and the ref. Alzate is going to have a free kick. A.R. Smith also subbed out of the game. He, along with his longtime teammates Nico Williams and Kiki Avalos, make up all the scoring of this game. They got it done in the first 10 minutes, and that's pretty much how the game is won. The House have dictated the pace of this one the entire time. It's essentially been Shannon Seymour's club calling all the shots. They've weathered a couple Czarni Jasło chances, whether it's been free kick, corner kick, or one penalty kick that hit the crossbar. Ryan Grady and the defense in front of him have remained stout. Kamdar, far side defends. He's now wearing the captain's armband after the subbing out of Smith. Czarni will make their final substitutions here. Presumably their final substitutions. Into the game, numbers 5, 12, and 19 for Czarni. Number 5, Jair Duenas. Number 12, Augustin Chavez Jr. And number 19, Fatos Redzepi. Again, given how long the season is and how important goal differential can be, when these teams will start really caring about their standings in the Midwest Premier League Heartland Division. The goal differential could make all the difference between a much higher seed versus being way down there in those standings. If Czarni can muster at least one goal across the line, could bode very well for them in the future. They're still searching for their first win. Assuming this result holds, they'll move to 0-4. Will certainly remain hungry for that first victory in this young season. On the flip side, Chicago House AC will get their first win of the season in 2 games played. They will stand at 1-0-1. And we'll await to see where the standings sit after the other Heartland games played today. It was Bavarian United and Green Bay picking up victories.
Yeah, thank you.
Pass slipped on by, hand up accountability. Czarni with their last few fleeting moments of maybe getting a goal across the line. Seemingly still coming up short. Ryan Grady's there. He's had a tremendous game himself. Grady went from having almost 0 action in the first 20 minutes of the game to possession 6 with Czarni. Grady had to make a lot of different acrobatic, athletic, whatever phrase you want to put on it. Ryan Grady had to go full extension for a couple nice saves. The one in particular, a left-handed save for him going to his left. It was a beautiful chance for Czarni off of a successful fake pass reception. And that was pretty much the last positive momentum Czarni had in this one until a handball in the box necessitated a penalty kick for Czarni, which was then kicked off the crossbar. Perhaps the presence of Ryan Grady scaring this Czarni team into not having that ball on target. we approach the end of the 90th minute. Referees tell us we're going to have 1 minute of stoppage time to cap off tonight's game here in Elmhurst.
That is the end of regulation. We will have an additional 1 minute time.
Czarni right wing, taking aim and blocking. Is the house yet again. We're going to have a corner coming out for Czarni.
Fans, don't forget to get some autographs after the game. There were some postcards handed out. Please feel free to meet the team and bring your Sharpies.
Left-footed boot. Goes in, bouncing around, still no one controlling. Referee blows that play dead. The house now control and are just happy to boot it down the pitch and let these seconds tick away. Ryan Grady won't bother with it. The referee blows the whistle, and there you have it. Chicago House with their first victory of the year in their home opener against Czarni Jasło. They take this one by a score of 3-2-0. We're going to have a post-game show, post-game interview coming up right here on Recruitlings. Stick with us, folks.
Ryan Grady provided the clean sheet.
Hi, my name is Brian Koenig. I am the president of Soccer 2000. We are a soccer specialty store located in Downers Grove. We specialize in servicing club uniforms and a personalized retail experience. Soccer 2000 has an exclusive team center that includes a wide variety of uniform kits to help your club choose the next kits that will make you guys look great on the field. Contact us at 630-241-9500 or find us online at soccer2000.com.
Max Heads custom kick drum heads. Design online, upload, create, rock. If you're in a band, you need a Max Head. Did you know that you can advertise your business on our live streams? You sure can. Contact us about the numerous advertising opportunities we offer to local businesses during our sports live streams. Build brand awareness, engage customers, and support your local sports teams. Contact us for more information.
Hello, everyone. My name is Andy Diedrich, and welcome to our post-game interview presented by Recruitlings. The Chicago House men's team came out in their home opener with a victory. 3-0 win over Czarni. Standing next to me, our player of the game, Nico Williams. Nico, great game as always. You guys started off hot. 3 goals the first 10 minutes, one of them coming off of one of your feet. How'd you guys get out to such a hot start and keep that going?
We train this every day. Every day we show up to training and we put the pressure on ourselves to come out and be great. We took advantage of them being a little spread out, and we caught 3 in 10 minutes.
Yeah, definitely a hot start. And at the same time, on the defensive side, no goals let up is always a positive. Whether it was Ryan Grady in net or the whole defensive unit, what did you like out of that side of the field for your team?
The resilience they showed. We never gave up. It was one point the other team had maybe 4 shots in a row, and we still didn't give up a goal. That's great. So just the fact that we could not get scored on shows that, we need to continue that into the next games.
2 games in, a tie against RWB Adria and a win here. You finally got a win on the young season. What sort of momentum did you like in this game that you're hoping to propel further as we get on to the season?
I won't blame the weather, but the weather played a big part in from the first game to now. A lot of guys, it was wet, cold, but there's no excuse. We just got to keep building from this. Last year we started off 5-0, and then we dropped during the season. So we just need to build from this victory and keep pushing and play everyone like we played today.
And, of course, this is Coach Seymour's first full season as a coach. He used to be a player alongside you. How great is it? What's the environment like in the locker room under Coach Seymour?
It's very similar to when Matt Poland was here. He gives us a lot of freedom as players to just be ourselves as long as we show up and do what we're supposed to do.
Final thoughts, Nico. Once again, a great game. You got a couple road trip games coming up, and you're not back here for a couple weeks. You said to get on the road and hopefully rack up a couple more victories?
Yeah, everyone should be aware of Chicago House when we show up.
You heard the man himself, folks. Nico Williams, our player of the game. Thank you so much, my friend. And stay tuned. We got our post-game show coming up right after this.